Our solar system. There are many planetary systems in the universe, with planets orbiting host stars. Our planetary system is called the solar system because we use the word solar to describe things related to our star, after the Latin word for sun, solis. Sun. The sun's gravity holds the solar system together, keeping everything, from the biggest planets to the smallest particles of debris, in its orbit. The connection and interactions between the sun and Earth drive the seasons, ocean currents, weather, climate, radiation belts and auroras. Though it is special to us, there are billions of stars like our sun scattered across the Milky Way galaxy. Our sun is a 4.5 billion-year-old yellow dwarf star, a hot glowing ball of hydrogen and helium, at the center of our solar system. It's about 150 million kilometers from Earth and it's our solar system's only star. Without the sun's energy, life as we know it could not exist on our home planet. Some amazing facts about sun. 1. The mass of the sun is 500 times greater than that of all the planets around it. The sun makes up 99.866% of the mass of the solar system. This means that it weighs about 500 times more than all the planets and asteroids combined. Even the mass of Jupiter is only 1,000th of the mass of our luminary. 2. There are spots on the sun. The layer of the sun's surface that emits visible light is called the photosphere. There are colder areas that seem dark. You can't just look at our luminary through a telescope, but if you use dark filters, large groups of spots are visible. Sunspots are areas on the surface of the sun where the lines of force of its magnetic field are twisted and torn. Because of this, powerful plasma emissions, called solar flares, occur in such areas. To study these processes, the Solar Orbiter device was launched. 3. In summer the Earth is farther from the sun than in winter. The Earth moves around the sun in an elliptical orbit. That is, the distance to it increases or decreases during the year. However, the change of winter and summer is not related to this fact, but to the inclination of the axis to the ecliptic. So when summer comes in the northern hemisphere, winter comes in the southern hemisphere, and vice versa. 4. The sun will become a red giant. At the age of 10.9 billion years, the sun's core will start getting depleted of hydrogen. Our star will swell and in a few hundred million years it will turn into a subgiant, an orange star, whose radius will be 2.3 times larger than today. At the age of 12.2 billion years, a thermonuclear reaction will begin in the outer layers of the sun, and it will start swelling even more. Our luminary will turn into a red giant and absorb the inner planets. These transformations will end with the outer layers of the red giant flying into space, and the inner ones shrinking down to the state of a white dwarf. The order of the planets in the solar system, starting nearest the sun and working outward, is the following: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Mercury. Mercury, the smallest planet in our solar system and nearest to the sun, is only slightly larger than Earth's moon. Its surface is covered in tens of thousands of impact craters. From the surface of Mercury, the sun would appear more than 3 times as large as it does when viewed from Earth, and the sunlight would be as much as 11 times brighter. Despite its proximity to the sun, Mercury is not the hottest planet in our solar system. That title belongs to nearby Venus, thanks to its dense atmosphere. But Mercury is the fastest planet, zipping around the sun every 88 Earth days. Mercury is appropriately named for the swiftest of the ancient Roman gods. Venus. Venus is the second planet from the sun, and the 6th largest planet. It's the hottest planet in our solar system. Venus is a cloud-swaddled planet named for a love goddess, and often called Earth's twin. But pull up a bit closer, and Venus turns hellish. Our nearest planetary neighbor, the second planet from the sun, has a surface hot enough to melt lead. A day on Venus is longer than a year and it has 90 times the atmospheric pressure of Earth. Earth. Earth is the third planet from the Sun and the only astronomical object known to harbor life. This is enabled by Earth being a water world, the only one in the solar system sustaining liquid surface water. Almost all of Earth's water is contained in its global ocean, covering 70.8% of Earth's crust. The remaining 29.2% of Earth's crust is land, most of which is located in the form of continental land masses within Earth's land hemisphere. Most of Earth's land is somewhat humid and covered by vegetation, while large sheets of ice at Earth's polar deserts retain more water than Earth's groundwater, lakes, rivers, and atmospheric water combined. Earth's crust consists of slowly moving tectonic plates, which interact to produce mountain ranges, volcanoes, and earthquakes. Earth has a liquid outer core that generates a magnetosphere capable of deflecting most of the destructive solar winds and cosmic radiation. Earth has a dynamic atmosphere, which sustains Earth's surface conditions and protects it from most meteoroids and UV light at entry. It has a composition of primarily nitrogen and oxygen. Water vapor is widely present in the atmosphere, forming clouds that cover most of the planet. The water vapor acts as a greenhouse gas. Mars. Mars is no place for the faint-hearted. It's dry, rocky, and bitter cold. The fourth planet from the Sun, Mars, is one of Earth's two closest planetary neighbors. Venus is the other. Mars is one of the easiest planets to spot in the night sky. It looks like a bright red point of light. The fourth planet from the Sun is a dusty, cold, desert world with a very thin atmosphere. This dynamic planet has seasons, polar ice caps, extinct volcanoes, canyons, and weather. It is frequently called the red planet because iron minerals in the Martian dirt oxidize, or rust, causing the surface to look red. Jupiter. Jupiter is the fifth planet from the Sun, and the largest in the solar system, more than twice as massive as the other planets combined. Jupiter is a world of extremes. It's the largest planet in our solar system. If Jupiter was a hollow shell, 1,000 Earths could fit inside. Jupiter also is the oldest planet, forming from the dust and gases left over from the Sun's formation 4.5 billion years ago. But it has the shortest day in the solar system, taking only 10.5 hours to spin around once on its axis. Saturn. Saturn is the sixth planet from the Sun and the second largest planet in the solar system. It has a whopping 145 moons. It's the farthest planet from Earth that's visible to the unaided eye, but the planet's most outstanding features, its rings, are better viewed through a telescope. Although the other gas giants in the solar system, Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune, also have rings, Saturn's rings are particularly prominent, earning it the nickname the ringed planet. Uranus. Uranus is the seventh planet from the Sun. It is a gaseous cyan-colored ice giant. Most of the planet is made of water, ammonia, and methane in a supercritical phase of matter, which in astronomy is called ice or volatiles. The planet's atmosphere has a complex layered cloud structure and has the lowest minimum temperature of -224 degrees Celsius. Out of all the solar system's planets, it has a marked axial tilt of 82.23 degrees with a retrograde rotation period of 17 hours and 14 minutes. This means that in an 84 Earth-year orbital period around the Sun, its poles get around 42 years of continuous sunlight, followed by 42 years of continuous darkness. Uranus has the third largest diameter and fourth largest mass among the solar system's planets. Neptune. Neptune is the eighth and farthest known planet from the Sun. It is the fourth largest planet in the solar system by diameter, the third most massive planet, and the densest giant planet. It is 17 times the mass of Earth, and slightly more massive than fellow ice giant Uranus. Neptune is denser and physically smaller than Uranus because its greater mass causes more gravitational compression of its atmosphere. Being composed primarily of gases and liquids, it has no well-defined solid surface. The planet orbits the Sun once every 164.8 years at an orbital distance of 30.1 astronomical units, that is 4.5 billion kilometers.